Good evening. Good afternoon, and
Good evening.
welcome to an unusual afternoon stream. Usually, I do these in the evenings, but I wanted to get this car done. I didn't get to stream it over the weekend because, well, if you can hear my voice, I'm still getting over being sick a little bit, and I was not only did we have a busy plans this weekend, but I was also kind of sick. So, plus it was hot and I just didn't feel like streaming. So, but I need to get this car done. I finally opened up the fifth and final section of my garage shelf, and there's a big gap, and I need to get this 25th car built. Um, this will be the final single car stream in the Speed Champion series. There's technically four more single car sets, but I have them. The four remaining cars are easily split into two themed pairs, so they'll be done the same way I do the two packs. So there'll be two more streams for those four sets, and then after that, I have six more two packs left to acquire: four retired ones and two new ones. So we still have a lot of Speed Champions content planned for this channel. I'm hoping to finish by the end of summer, but I've had to slash my Lego budget again, so yeah, the work site's been lame recently. So today we have a special car. I'm talking too much. Let's get on with it. Today we have a special car. This is the Lamborghini uh, GT Vision, which is a futuristic concept car. I think there's only like one or two physical builds of this that exist, and it was made for one of those racing games and then built in real life for the racing team. I don't know the whole story behind this, but this is a car of the future basically. As you can see, it looks like something out of a sci-fi world. So let's go ahead and get some close-ups on the box like we usually do. So here's the car, and on the back of the box, usually it shows the car driving away, but I guess they didn't really have a photo of that, so here it is. It looks like the back of the car is sitting in a showroom. Here, it doesn't look like it's driving away. And then over here, there's pictures of the real car. Um, you can't even tell from the pictures. Um, this car is so unique and unusual that the real car picture up here doesn't even look like a real car. It looks like something out of a movie. But this is one more look at the front of the box, and then let's get started with the build.
Get started with the build.
Hold on, let me adjust my audio real quick.
Hold on, let me adjust my audio real quick.
Does testing?
Does testing?
All right, I think we're doing a little bit better. No more echo. All right, let's get into the car. And the seal is broken. And of course, we have our instruction book, which we do not use on these streams because we have the PDF. There we go. The instructions are set. Let's see what else we got. Bag 2, which of course we set aside until we need it. And then bag 1. And then we have, no chassis piece in the box. Wasn't expecting one. This is a weirdly shaped car. This is our sticker sheet. That's a lot of stickers. It's fairly standard for a Speed Champion sticker sheet, though. Nothing I can't handle. Let's go ahead and start going through the instructions now. So it looks like we open bag 1 and start with building the driver. Looks like a girl driver for this one. I did not even know that. It doesn't look like a terribly huge quantity of pieces in bag one this time. Driver's head almost rolled off the table though. Gotta watch out for things like that as you're emptying the parts bags. And lots of, I see a lot of black pieces here and some Technic pieces. Hopefully we can get most of this on camera. My lighting's not the best over here. When you do black on black, it's kind of difficult to see on these streams. I do apologize for that. So let's just spread the pieces out a bit. And that's really not a huge volume of pieces there. This might be a smallish car in shape. Anyway, let's start by building the driver. I found the torso. We need to find the leg piece. There's the legs. Head. And this driver actually has two faces. So before I put the hair on, I will show you the two faces. This is the standard smiley face. And then if you turn the head around, you get this this more excited expression. This is a futuristic car, so this expression might actually be more fitting. But you don't usually see double-sided faces on Speed Champions cars. I think maybe one other had it. I'm gonna go with the more subdued smile there. Um, this is a race car driver after all. We want looks of confidence, not over the top kitty looks here. So that's what she looks like with the hair put on. This is one of the fancier hair pieces that Lego has. So there's our driver. And there actually is a print on the back of the jacket, which is kind of covered up by the hair. All right, so one last look at the driver from the front. And from the picture, she's supposed to get a wrench. So there should be a wrench in this pile of parts. There it is. And then she gets a helmet. Standard black Speed Champions helmet going on here. Okay, how does this helmet line up? And we're not going to put the helmet on her yet because she does not yet have a car to drive. You've seen this helmet many times before. It's the standard Speed Champions black helmet. All right. So the driver is watching. The driver has her accessories. Let's start building. And it looks like we're starting with one of the wheel blocks here. So it looks like this is, because of its so weird and futuristic shape, this is one of those cars that's going to have a non-standard frame. Instead, you can see that we already don't have the regular chassis piece that most of these cars start with. But I always like when Speed Champions mixes it up a bit, because there are like 41 cars in the line. Most of them, even though all the cars are different, a lot of them use the same basic build structure. So it's cool to see something different. I have no idea what to expect with this one. I'll try and keep most of the action on camera. As you know, fat fingers get in the way. And when we get to the stickers, I need to be able to position my hands for comfort and accuracy. So there may be times I go slightly off camera, but I'll do as much as I can on camera, as usual. All right, we need to find that other gray slope. There it is. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, I think. All right, there's this textured piece. We need clips and brackets. No, wrong kind of clip. All right. Wrong kind of bracket. We're going to take our time and make sure we're putting the correct pieces on. There we go. Normally I have a 2 o'clock meeting on Mondays, but uh, I don't have that this week, which is why I was able to do a daytime stream. I'm not totally opposed to doing daytime streams, but I try and keep my daytimes open. So it's not a thing I can do all the time. Part of why I usually stream on the evenings and on weekends. But I wanted to get this car done. With the recent upgrades to my garage, this car needs to enter it. I've had this sitting in my build queue in hand, but in my queue for almost 2 weeks. So it needed to get built. I have a few other cars sitting in the build queue also, including one car that's been in the build queue even longer than this one. But because it's part of the themed pairs, it has to wait. Okay. Looks like we're starting off with some unique shaping already. I used the wrong wedge. That's what the problem is. I went for the bigger wedge when the instructions were calling for the smaller one. I'm glad we discovered that before it became an issue. Anyway, we're ready. We fixed it and we're ready to continue. All right, we're gonna start with one of the Technic bricks and put in the Technic pins. It looks like we're starting to build some body here. So we're gonna put the pins into the brick. And then we have another Technic brick. And this one actually does go onto that bigger wedge. And it has us putting this little slope on. This is our first piece in the car's distinctive exterior color of the this greenish color. It's a color we see a lot in nature. It's not a color you see a lot in Lego. Okay, I wonder why we use Technics for that rather than a regular brick. I guess we will find out soon enough. But this section attaches how? Like this. Okay. And then we have these little dish pieces. I don't know why we have trans blue dishes on the bottom. They do this sometimes on the bottom of things like planes and spaceships, so that for smoother gliding along what the table surface for play. But why would a car need it if it has wheels? Anyways, those are the two round blue dishes that we just put on the bottom. Let's continue with the build. There's a trans blue brick here. This is really departing from Speed Champion norms. I'm enjoying this build. I like when they do something different than the standard progression. Because it gives a little variety. I mean, considering I still have 16 more of these cars to do, and already we've seen a lot of repetition amongst the series. This section that we're building up is totally non-symmetrical. I have a feeling we'll be doing it again shortly. Then we need a quarter tile. And then another wedge. Is there supposed to be that gap? It's not clear from the picture yet. That's supposed to be the smooth side or the, no, that's supposed to be the sloped side. Okay. And then we need another wedge piece. And this wedge piece gets our first sticker. And I just popped off the other wedge piece. Bear with me a moment, we will find it. There we go. So this is the 21 sticker. Excuse me a moment, I gotta do sticker work. So yeah, this is a side portion, so we are going to do it again in mirror. But this is what it looks like with what we just built looks like with the sticker on it. It basically is a stylized version of the number 69. Is it 69? Yeah. It's using a futuristic font that matches the futuristic style of the car. Okay, so this whole section, let's see. How does this line up? I'm trying to see how these sections line up, but okay, so they're supposed to line up with the bricks. So this goes over here like this. And then we build one for the other side. If you were to ask me right now, based on the frame, what I thought we were building, if I didn't know any better, I'd probably say some kind of sci-fi spaceship. I mean, look at that base. This car truly is unique in the series in terms of look. So lucky that stayed on the table when it slipped out of my fingers. Okay. So we need a wedge. And we need another half pyramid slope. And then we need another wedge and a sticker for it. It's interesting the use of trans blue to fill in some of the color gapping areas. This sticker is the 17 sticker. Matching stylized number, so I'm not really gonna show off this sticker like I did the other one. Let's just get everything into place here. And it's funny this car is called the Vision because I've been dealing with another issue this week in that my eye condition has been acting up. I have this eye condition that sometimes I get blurry vision, especially during periods of stress or heat. Um, and it was like 100 degrees last week. So, yeah, I had blurry vision most days last week. But there we go. This is what the frame looks like so far with those side sections attached and the number on them. And the number is not perfectly straight, but this is a futuristic car, so it's probably not going to hurt the look too much for it to be a little bit crooked. Still, I'm going to try and make it a little bit better than it is. Okay, that's as good as it's going to be. A little bit better. Now, how did this piece go on? There we go. Oh shoot, did I forget a thing here? No, that gap is supposed to be there, okay. Alright, what's going on now? Now we're building another section of the frame, it looks like. So we take another Technic brick, and we take another Technic pin, and we start building up this section. There's also some bracketing going on here. One of the side effects of my illness is I've had a lot of a lot more than usual Butterfinger clumsy moments this past week, which is another reason why I didn't want to chance doing the stream yesterday. But clearly I'm still dealing with that issue. I haven't dropped anything actually off the table yet so far this stream. So I'm actually doing better than most streams so far. But worse overall when it comes to the clumsiness itself. But better when in terms of how disruptive the clumsiness is in stream. Clumsiness and Lego do not go together well, especially on 1x1 parts. So there's this long panel piece. And then we also get a standard plate. And then we have a assembly for the assembly, it looks like. Okay, and then another panel piece. It's interesting how they're using the trans blue pieces to fill in gaps here. Looks like this goes like this. So we have what's going on now? We have one of these weird shaped pieces. I've not seen these plates before. And this will go on a wedge. Let's make sure we get the wedge that's facing the correct way because it matters on these things. And then we will do another one of those for the other side. There's not much stability going on with this section yet at all. And then we have a slope. That goes right there and helps to hold things together, but we're still not very stable. And then some gray 1x1s. And then a hinge. Okay, let's get these little stud bits on first, then we'll put on the hinge base. Usually when Speed Champions does hinge pieces, it's to create precise angling. The hinge pieces don't actually flex once the build is done. Other pieces hold the sections in place. But here's the hinge base going on. Okay, and we have some more bracketing. Wow, this is brackets on brackets. Interesting. And we get our second hint of the overall exterior color, that dull green that we're working with here. Our second hint of that is going on here, and I assume we're building one for the other side as well. would help if I had that on straight. And then this one will go on this side. And things are popping apart. Let's resecure. And then we have the flat wedges this time. And then this section of the frame will attach to what we've already built. How exactly this lines up on here like this. So this is what we have so far. And we're starting to see the shape, the basic shape of the car now. And then we put in this long axle through this back hole. And it's supposed to push all the way through and out the other side. We're not out the other side. That's a support beam. It goes through the entire width of the car, holding the frame together. But it doesn't stick out at all. That's cool. And now we have another assembly. Now this piece that we're about to use has some little prints on the sides. See that? See those little black markings on it? All right. And there's the top piece of the hinge that we were looking at. So there's this little pointy piece has another one of those black markings on it. And then we have this little piece that I'm not sure what it's for. But it goes on this little clip back here. Let's make sure that's centered. No, I didn't put that on correctly. It needs to be centered. So it looks like we have very few pieces left in bag one. So it looks like when we get to bag two, we'll be stopping every 2 minutes to put stickers on. So this will go onto the hinge base and start to fill in some of those gaps there. It would help if we weren't breaking other things in the meantime. There we go. That goes in. So that's what it looks like. Oh, we have some printed pieces now. Clip. Printed wedge. It's interesting. These are the blue pieces, but they have, these are the blue pieces, but they have the print of the green color. So these pieces definitely represent some interesting color blocking. These are supposed to be at an angle, it looks like. I'm probably not going to do too much with the angle. Just going to push them onto the bars and push them in the way they're supposed to be. If the angle does end up mattering, I may adjust these later. But I think for right now, I just want to get them on. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much, this sideways plating. So let's get this one together. We'll push that in. So that's what those look like on the front. And then we have oh, we're just doing one side. Okay, yeah, no, those don't match up front. Hold on, we'll fix that. These are supposed to be the flat wedges. Like that. Sorry about that. Glad I caught that before it became an issue. So now if I just do these wedges on the other side as well. This is what the front looks like so far with those extra pieces attached. And then it's time for bag two. And look, we still have most of the sticker sheet. We barely touched it. We used 2 stickers that first bag. That's it. So here's the frame of the car so far. And let's proceed with the rest of the car now. And well, you know what I do with the wheels by now. I set them aside so they don't roll around all over the place while we're trying to work. And we'll set aside that little canopy as well. There's not a huge volume of pieces in bag two. It looks like the majority of the difficulty of bag two is going to be in the stickers. Or I should say relative difficulty. So it looks like we're starting bag 2 by putting these. Ooh, these are printed wheel arches. Take take a look at this piece. It's black by base, but it's printed with the greenish outer color of the car. Interesting. I've I think this is the first time we've seen printed wheel arch pieces on a Speed Champions car. Okay, and then we have these big curved slopes. It looks like most of the trans blue that we used on the on the previous bag is actually going to get covered over. Maybe it's meant to shine through in certain light to give a futuristic effect, but we're covering all the blue surfaces. So, and then we have these green wedge slopes to fill in some of the color blocking. I like. Let's find the other one. Okay. And then we have 4 stickers on this section that I need to put in. Bear with me. This step's going to take me a little while. I got 4 of these to do. And because color blocking is in fact involved, I have to do a little bit of lining up as well. And this car is low enough that you can probably see one side from the other side. So I have to make sure that the sides look symmetrical. That means I have to take my time and make sure everything actually lines up properly. Or close to properly. Close enough. Now 2 more stickers to do. Now these details are so tiny that if these aren't perfectly straight, it probably won't be noticeable. But I have to do the best I can anyway. Because even if the sticker's not perfect, the better it is lined up, the better the car will look overall. I know I'm a little off camera right now, but I'm trying to get the best sticker placement possible. Okay, one more sticker. Okay, so that's what the back of the car looks like with those stickers placed. You can see how the color blocking is done with those. Let's keep going. Assembly time. No, that's not the right piece. What kind of piece is that? That has to be the piece. And then a paddle? Or butcher knife? This looks like a paddle or butcher knife we're putting on. And then yeah, that's a connection that's not secure. Hopefully this little panel piece is going to help hold that in place. Did I use an incorrect? I used an incorrect part here. Let's fix that real quick. Tool time. And you'll notice I actually forgot to bring my tool out. That's okay. I keep it within reach. Here we go. We need to redo this little subsection here. So we need to take this piece off as well. There we go. We need this one. This was the incorrect piece. We need to swap it out for this piece. Now let's try building that section again. Sorry about that. Now, if I go to put this flap on, I should actually be able to, put it on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, oh, that goes on the back like this. if it'll let me attach this section to the clip. There we go. And that piece is not a very sturdy build, obviously. I will not want to handle the car from that area. Let's put everything back into position. And we'll have to build another one of those for this side. Yeah, that's the correct piece this time. The first time. I think these sections we're building are engine flaps, but I'm not sure. This is a very futuristic car, so regular car terminology probably is very limited in telling us what the different sections are. So if we take this section, and we attach it to this clip, there we have another engine flap. According to the picture, these are angled slightly up. We can adjust as we build up the rest of the car. So let's keep going. The shapes are starting to come together, so that's in a cool way, though. We need to find the correct wedge piece here. And there's a little tiny sticker. The sticker is a stylized GT logo. That's what the sticker looks like. Interesting. We have a tiny printed quarter tile here. And then we have another piece that needs a sticker. Now this is one where lining it up does matter, because the sticker is a continuation of the printed pattern. So it needs to be lined up just right if it's going to look good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And this will go on top of this section. But before I do, that's what we just did with the print and the sticker. Now this will attach to this. And this will attach over here. Wow, that's totally not secured. I'm not going to show you the stickers for this side because it's the same thing. All right. Got to run this sticker real quick. Well, I hope it's quick, but I'm going to take enough time to do it precisely, so yeah, good enough. And then this one will go behind here, like this. And then we have some more hinge bases. Ah, so this is where we're going to shape the sides of the car, it looks like. We still have nothing even resembling a driver's area. Usually by this point in the car, it's obvious where the driver's going to sit. Yeah, all right. Okay. Okay. Looks like shapes are starting to come together now, and we're starting to see more chunks of the car. Okay, I did not line up the hinge piece on this one correctly. So let's go ahead and punch this one in, and then we can line up the other one against it. The problem with this piece is that there's not much to grip on, but yeah. All right, they're lined up symmetrically. And now we're doing another assembly. Oh, shoot. We have to put a sticker on the side of a plate now. And it has to be symmetrical because there's two of them. Normally, when you do the side of a plate, they do that as a print. Not sure why this is a sticker. But this is going to prove to be one of the hardest stickers I've ever done, given how narrow it is and how precisely it must be placed, because we're doing two of these right next to each other. So yeah, I know I'm off camera right now, but if I tried to do this on camera, it wouldn't look good. Well, that's totally off center. It'll be easiest to just make this one as symmetrical as possible, and then rather than trying to correct the other one. Yeah, no. We need to adjust this one. There's no way around that. Why are these stickers and not prints? Well, it's not perfect, but let's put these on and see how it looks. So if I open them up like that, they don't look too terribly. They don't look too terrible. They almost look good. And ice. And if this is the back of the car, they're not even going to be seen from the display anyway. Nope, wrong wedge. I think this is the one I want. Okay, we're doing a tail fin thing. So let's work on this step here. Okay, and then we get this airplane tail fin that piece here, which is going to get 2 stickers on it. Not quite centered. It's just a blob of color, so it's not quite as big a deal as some of the other stickers. And being the shape of this piece, these 2 stickers aren't actually going to connect with any other patterns. So these don't have to be quite as explicitly perfect as some of the other stickers. And then these 2 little sections are supposed to go together like this. All right, what's going on here? Oh, we're supposed to point out the tail this way. There is supposed to be a little gap in the bars, okay. So so it says these are supposed to be folded down for right now. And then this section is supposed to go on these clips here that are just behind the hinges. And this folds back. Interesting. So that's what that whole section looks like when put on the back of the car. We're starting to see a lot of red line patterns going on. And then these bits are supposed to angle in towards that. Oh, I see. These bits are supposed to go on top of that bit, and everything's supposed to line up together. Let me make sure that the angling is without, I'm supposed to line things up without knocking things off. So now, if we fold these in, we fold these out, and it says those flaps on the bottom are supposed to fold up. Meanwhile, I have little pieces fragmenting on me. So fold these 2 flaps up. But apparently not all the way up. So a slight angle like that. now we need curved slope. Except it looks like from the picture, this is supposed to be one of the inverted ones. Uh, and then this one gets a sticker as well. Okay, and then this section goes here. And then, okay. So that's what the back of the car looks like so far. You can see all the futuristic red lines there, the shaping along the top. Now let's take a look and see what we got to do here. So we're supposed to start plating up the middle part of the frame now. Okay, so now we have some additional slope pieces with stickers. Now these, it doesn't look like particularly have to line up with anything, so long as they look straight and centered. All right. So that's what the back looks like with those two slopes attached with their stickers. This car is definitely taking shape now. And now we have the front wheel arches, which are the same deal where they're the black wheel arches with the green coloration on them. And these don't actually line up against any existing um, axle pins. Interesting. And since this car is so different and doesn't use a front wheel block, I wouldn't know where to place the axle pins. We're just going to have to wait for the wheel step where they're introduced. Okay, let's just keep going. At this point, what's left is a bunch of shaping, stickering, and detailing. There is a sticker on this piece that I need to do real quick. And then this will go. How exactly does it line up? It lines up next to the wheel arch like that. And then we do the same for the other side. And we're quickly running out of pieces at this point. The car's almost done. We just gotta do some finishing. We still don't have anything that looks like a driver's area, though. Usually the driver's area comes together much earlier in the build, like around the middle of the build. But we're moving into late stages of the build for right now. So that goes into the car like that. All right, and then we have these wedge slopes here. Basically, we're lining around the wheel arches now. We're shaping around the wheel arches. I don't know why this piece is not going on. This piece is supposed to go right there. Not sure why it's not registering the connection. There we go. So we just added those curved pieces around the front wheel arches there. And now we have a ton more stickers to do. I'm going to be on these stickers a little while, it looks like, seeing how long it took me to line that one up, so bear with me. We'll be finishing up the car pretty soon. I mean, you see the parts that are in front of me. We don't have much to go on this once we get past this page of stickers. Now, if I put this on, yeah. So those back stickers lined up nicely with the upper slopes. There's the full effect. Okay. Now we have some stickers on the front, and these do line up. So let's put the that was bad. Let me try that again. Okay, that's a little better. Now let's do these last two stickers. And hey, after these two stickers, after this page, there's only two more stickers on the sticker sheet total. Okay, I did that side well enough that I need to make an adjustment on this sticker. I suppose that's good enough. So you can see on the curved slope pieces around the wheel arches, the stickers we just added, adding that patterning. Let's move on. And another round of hinge bases, it looks like. So we have some brackets and tiles. Okay, so it's actually 4 stickers, not 2. But these last 4 stickers look like they're just color blocking, so let's do them as straight as we can and hope that it's good enough. The problem with color blocking stickers is stickers are always going to have gaps around the edges. And then we have a hinge piece. And that hinge piece gets a curved slope on top. And then another sticker. Wedge. And then this assembly will go onto the hinge plate, hinge base on this side. So that's what it looks like with that added. You can see how the color blocking continues along the sides of the car. Now we'll do the one for the other side, and that'll leave us with very few pieces left. Okay, this goes on, but it needs to be straight. Even though it's going to have gaps around the edges, it still needs to be straight. And now this one has the last sticker. And there's the empty sticker sheet. Let us continue. This little section uh, will now go onto this hinge base here, and we will fold that one into position. I think according to the angles that exist, we want to have it lined up like this. So there's the middle of the car with the middle sides attached. And now we just got to build up some of the detailing for the front of the car. And every time I pick these things up, these engine flaps on the back of the car raise into unnatural positions. I'll have to be careful of that. Okay, I see I did this wrong. These are actually supposed to line up, not layer. So if I push these in and lift this section, and fold this clip up another level. And now I just pop the whole tail assembly apart. And something went on the floor. All right, bear with me. I have repairs to do on the back. Oh, I see where this attaches. Okay, these little pieces have to come off so I can make this repair, because I have to get into the inside layers of the car to do this repair. So those go on those studs like that. This thing lowers down, and then these go onto here. And then fold in. This is oh shoot. We're fragmenting again. Hold on, we will fix this. Let's get these lined up before I worry about that piece. So bring these in a little bit, bring these out. We want to have these roughly perpendicular, like that. These are supposed to slide over those lower holes though, like that. So now if I put that one in like that, Okay, now I can put the rest of this back together. Wow, that almost went off the table, but I caught it and flipped it back onto the table. That's a pretty rare move. Okay, let's wrap this up. Let's get this fixed and wrap it up. Let's get these slopes back into position and proceed with the rest of finishing the build. Okay, so yeah, these up here sections line up with those slopes, and now we can take the canopy, and this is a beautiful printed canopy. And we attach the wrenches. Uh, they're not really the wrench pieces, they're clip pieces. They look like little wrenches. And these go into these holes here. Okay, so we found the driver area, and it doesn't look like it's big enough to actually hold a driver. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, if you lift this up, you can put the whole driver in there. Let's helmet her up so we can see how this works, because this is unusual for a Speed Champions car. So with the canopy folded down, we're pretty much there with this car. And now all we have to do is build up the wheels. So the front wheels get these regular pins, and then the back wheels are already have their standard pins. And we will take a look at how the driver goes in. I'll show you that real quick before we put the wheels in. So you lift the upper canopy, and then you lift the lower canopy, and you make sure she's lying down and with a helmet, not the hair. This won't work with the hair. You put her into this little gap here, lying all the way down, and then you lower the front canopy and then the upper canopy, and it's supposed to go down a little more like that. You can see how she is sitting in there, held in place by the lower canopy. It can flip down this upper canopy, and the whole thing closes over, and she's inside. But I display my drivers on the outside of their cars because we like to see the drivers. So let's take her out of there, and while I'm handling her, let's go ahead and do her accessories the way I do them. She gets the wrench, and she holds the helmet in this hand. And there's our driver set up for the display. And let's go ahead and attach the wheels to this car. So we have the tire piece, and we have to put on the wheel covers. And these wheel covers are unique prints for this car. Shiny. That's a nice futuristic looking wheel. We'll attach the pins for the front wheels like that, and I will stick them in like that. And then the back wheel already has its pin in there. And then one more wheel, and this wheel needs the pin because it's a front wheel. And that'll go in there like, if we line it up like that, and boom, the car is done. The top, side, front, back. Yeah, this is a weird and futuristic and cool looking one. All right. Wow, we're just under the 2 hour mark. This one took us a bit longer than usual. And you know what? I have to get ready for a meeting, so we're not going to do the bonus build I was thinking about. I probably won't do that one on stream, actually. But let's go ahead and square it up for a display. And, well, there's two studs right on the front she can stand on for the exit view. And actually, I never do this, but let's do some camera manipulation and get a nice exit view for the raid out. And we can also, we, we can also turn off the browser. We can turn off the instructions, set up the camera with a better view for the raid out. That's kind of cool looking. We'll go with that. And let's see if there actually is anyone to raid, because it is a Monday afternoon. There is none of my regulars are on. Usually I have a few streamers that are on weekday afternoons. I'm not sure what's going on. Um, Let me take a look at a few of these recommended, see if I can find someone real quick. It's going to force me to sit through ads to check out new channels, isn't it? Um, that's not going to be good. We're not going to that channel. They're about to quit. Who's this? Who's this? Let's take a look. Let's see. This one's also forcing an ad. Yeah, we can raid this one. They don't look like they just started. We'll raid someone called the Roxy Paradox. I have never been to the show before. I know nothing about the show, but it looks like they just started. So they shouldn't be quitting for a while. So let's go. Hopefully, enjoy some music. Like I said, I know nothing about the show. Let's raid out, and I will see you guys soon. I have a few gaming streams planned.
But it looks like you just
I have a few gaming streams planned, but I'm gonna hold off on those till I've actually finished recovery. I needed to get this car built, but I'm gonna hold off on the gaming streams till I've finished recovery because those can go for hours. Anyway, have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon. You're already finishing your stream? Shh.
It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave.